Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, it has been so long since I've just sat down and answered some questions, caught you guys up. I feel like I'm here, there and everywhere doing the most amazing things, and the only thing I don't like about it is that it means I am so far behind with you guys. Like, to keep you up to date on everything going on in my life real time would be such a struggle, so I'm gonna try and get better at that. But yeah, it doesn't take away from the fact that I have literally been living a dream for the last few months, or whenever I last saw you, to probably catch up like this. I've been having the best time, which I'm hoping you guys are seeing like through the vlogs and stuff. But I just want to start this video by saying I'm so sorry for like how long sometimes it takes me to get things out. I do get a few messages, I think out of frustration, of like asking why it takes me so long to update you or post vlogs when I've done something like a few months ago. But there's always things that goes on behind the scenes. Like, everybody's got a real life behind Instagram. It's obviously such a highlight reel. Same with YouTube. Sometimes like I don't ever want to come on here and be like, hey, like my life is going wrong because of this or this or this. Like, I don't ever want to do that, because I will always keep it real with you guys, but at the same time I want you guys to be able to come here and just have an escape from your life, or if there's something you might be going through, hopefully you can sit and watch a video and get nothing but positivity from it. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of start by saying that. But I do want to make the point that I promise I try my best to get stuff out to you guys as quick as I can, whilst working around like my family life, my home life, everything. There is always stuff going on. But anyway, I put some questions on my Instagram the other day, and there was quite a lot that I didn't get to, so I thought we could just sit here, chill. I'm currently in my bathroom. I just wanted to keep it super chilled, and to be honest, my bedroom is a tip, so we're in here for today. Also, I picked this guy up from TikTok shop. Obviously it's a Stanley Cup dupe, but I'm obsessed. Like, I didn't know I needed this in my life until I got it. So I thought we could just go through like some generic questions that, like I say, I didn't get to, and then we can talk all things house, because there is a lot going on. I feel like a lot of you guys have picked up on a few things, and I need to clear some things up. We might as well throw it in at the deep end. I've had a lot of questions about like friendships, relationships, like so many. And firstly, I want to say, like, everybody's all good. Like, there are very specific questions, and I just want to kind of relate it to like everybody else's life. Like, there will be times where people distance, people will get back in contact. Like, there's no deeper meaning to it. Like, nothing specifically has happened. Like, everyone is very busy in their own lives. I have obviously been very much stuck in Norwich for quite a while, like just renovating a house, moving houses. Like, there's been a lot for me to be here for, so I haven't been able to like travel around as much. I don't have as much free time as I used to. And yeah, I've also obviously been away a lot. So friendship side of things, like, just like I say, kind of related to your life, but that just hopefully clears that up. Like, I'm good with everyone. Don't worry about it. Next, travel plans. So obviously we've just spent literally the whole of April in America. Those vlogs will be on my channel if you want to catch up. Our best friends got married in Vegas. Like, we literally had the dreamiest holiday ever. It was just unreal. Like, I actually still can't really fathom that that was my life. But yeah, we did that. That was planned for so long. So we have a couple of other trips that booked for this year. We're actually going to Turkey next week, which I'm really excited about. That's with our friends Matt, Georgia and Amelia and Sam. It's honestly going to be the funniest week ever. Like, those four are just hilarious. Like, I love when we get together. They're just like my home friends here, and I love those guys. So I think I might vlog that trip, because I feel like it will just be hilarious and I want to look back on the memories. So you guys will see a week in Turkey, but we have that coming up. In the summer we have a couple of trips here and there. We've got a hen do, Brad's got a stag do to go to. That is for Amelia and Sam. They're getting married at the end of the year, and I can't tell you where we're going because it's a surprise, but we have that in August. In July we are going to Lisbon with Matt and Georgia to see Harry Styles. Who has tickets? Like, I fully panicked trying to get tickets for that, and I didn't even want to stress myself out trying to get tickets for London. I was like, do you know what, we can just go away and we're going to see him elsewhere. So we're going to Lisbon, which will be amazing. And somehow I got them. Like, I was literally about to give up, and then the whole thing refreshed and it literally had like selected 4 tickets for me. Like, still not sure if it was a scam. I don't think it is, because I do have my tickets, but I'm just like baffled how I actually got through the website. There was like 40,000 people in the queue, but let me know if you got them as well. I know a few of my friends are like seeing him in London and stuff, but I'm so excited to see him again. So we've got that. I think we're planning a holiday with Ben and Zell and baby P, which will be fun. I think that might be sometime in July as well. And then we have a family holiday with my family in September, which I'm really looking forward to. We haven't all been away together for literally years, so that will be really nice as well. And I think that's kind of it for now, but I think me and Brad are planning a big trip at the end of the year. I think we're going to go to like Bali, Australia for like 6 weeks and just do a load of like travel around there, but nothing is set in stone at the moment. We need to figure it out, like just see where we are at the time, but hopefully we'll have a big like proper traveling trip booked for the end of the year. So many questions like, are you and Sid still friends? Are you and Sid okay? Yes, we are still very much friends. I've met the baby. She is so gorgeous. The hair is unreal. She has so much of it. She is the most gorgeous little girl I've ever seen. And I'm so happy for those guys. Like, they just seem so content. Sid is absolutely smashing being a mum. And yes, we are all good. A lot of questions about like feeling body confident and like the gym and stuff. I'm still very much loving the gym. Like, it's just my new favorite thing. I feel like it's definitely become more of a lifestyle now, which I'm happy about. It's just like a habit rather than having to like motivate myself to get myself there. You will always feel better after a workout. Like, that is the only piece of advice I have. I obviously go to a gym, or you might not know, but I go to a gym that you have to book onto the classes. So we basically have like PTs there. They write my whole session. Literally all I have to do is turn up and just do what they say. So that works for me, because I feel like if I went to just like a conventional gym, I'd literally sit in the corner, do a couple of things, and then probably go home when it hurts. Like, I wouldn't be motivated enough. So yeah, I love having that side of the gym, like the social side as well. We've met so many people through it, and it's just the best way for me to stay motivated. But in terms of like body confidence, I feel like nothing has changed for me there. Like, I've always said I go to the gym to make myself feel better. I feel so much healthier in myself. I've made different food choices, but if you're chasing a goal of like being a certain size or like weighing a certain amount, I just see it as, don't waste all that time trying to get to this specific point being unhappy. Like, learn to be confident in yourself as you are. Like, we all look the same, we all move the same, we all have roles the same, we all have cellulite the same. Like, that is what is normal. That's always going to be the case, whether you lose weight, gain weight. Like, being confident in the skin you have now is the most important. And sounds a bit deep, but I really live my life like I could not be here tomorrow. And do I really want to waste my time thinking about the way my body looks when it does so much for me? Like, I'm a very healthy, happy, touch wood, girl, and I have my body to thank for that. Like, I'm constantly in awe of what it does for me without me even having to ask. So I don't get why I would sit here and look in the mirror and go, ugh, well, I don't like that about you and I don't like this about you. Like, it literally takes care of me every day. It is our vessel, is what carries us around this world. Like, that's so much more important than any type of aesthetics or what you look like. It's about how you feel, and that has definitely never changed for me. I obviously am fully aware that I have lost weight by going to the gym, and I obviously do feel better for that in terms of like my health. I'm not, it sounds ridiculous, I'm not out of breath going up the stairs anymore. Like, really little things like that. I feel like I can move more. I feel stronger, which is always a really nice feeling, but I'm still just as happy as I was when I was putting on my size 14 jeans to the size that I am now. Like, it's literally not changed for me. I still have the same outlook. I definitely want to bring a lot more like body confidence stuff back to my channels, because I feel like that was so helpful for people. And I think because I just don't look at it that deeply, like, as in, to me it just kind of comes as second nature. Like, I think the household I was brought up in, which is always so hard to talk about these topics, I never want to offend anyone, because I'm not saying that in the sense of like, oh, you must not be body confident because of the household you were brought up in. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it in the sense of like, my parents would like never discuss weight. Like, mum has just always lived her best life, not cared about scales, weight, food, anything. Like, we've all just, that's been our social life. Like, going out for dinners, going out for drinks and stuff, putting on your bikini, wearing your swimming costume with confidence. Like, that's always been the role models that I've had to look up to, which I'm really grateful for, because I think that's what's definitely made me have that outlook on it. Like, just don't worry about it. Like, it's so irrelevant to the rest of your life. When you're sat around a pool on holiday, nobody's looking at you. Like, I've always had that ingrained in my brain. So I do want to bring all of that back to my channels, because maybe if you haven't heard those things, or if you don't get told that every day, then hopefully like if I can post something that makes you remember that and remember that's the case, then great. I feel like I'm doing my job here. So yeah, I will get better at that, I promise. Hair care favourites. I'm loving hair oil at the moment. I've been obsessed with the hair syrup brand. They're obviously massive on TikTok, and I use the Rapunzel oil, and I just always use it before I slick my hair back, like I've got it in right now, because I feel like it's less damaging, like when you put hairspray over. If I use like a hair mask or a hair oil, I feel better for my hair underneath. I genuinely feel like I've noticed a difference. If I come up closer, hopefully you guys can see my hairline. So because I slick my hair back probably 6 days a week, it's really bad, but I always wear a slick back bun. These bits specifically were getting so sparse to the point where I was actually concerned about it, which is what made me invest in the hair oil. But hopefully you can see, I feel like they've grown back, like with a vengeance, because I have so many like flyaways at the moment, and yeah, 50% of it is probably damaged hair, but I also feel like 50% of it is regrowth and like my hair coming back. So I kind of swear by the hair oil hype, like the rosemary oil. I have tried that as well, but I just find the hair syrup bottles really easy to like put in, take away with you. Yeah, I'm loving hair oil right now. Also a staple as well, I always rave about this, but how I get my hair so slicked is the Got To Be Glued hairspray. No other hairspray will work like it. It is unbelievable. Invest in that. I might as well head over to the house related questions, just to kind of update you guys again on my life, what's going on. Yes, it probably seems a little bit confusing. If you follow the reno page, you've probably seen a couple of things pop up, but we have bought a new house. Let's just put that in there. We are moving away from this place, which a lot of people are confused about. Honestly, my life is manic. Like, my managers are like, how do you deal with everything going on? I'll update them week by week, and they're like, what do you mean? Like, everything's changed. There's so many new plans. Like, I get it. My life doesn't run that simply, I guess, is the only way I can put it. But I love my life. I love my life being hectic, being busy. I like having new projects to start. I like being kind of here, there, and everywhere. And touch wood again, everything in our lives has always worked out in one way or another. Like, we've always made the right decisions, even if at the time it seems like a bit of a risky one. But yeah, you guys will know we moved into this place after selling our first home that we bought a little while ago, and the original plan for this place was just to do it up and rent it out. But with us traveling quite a bit last year and the housing market being a good time to sell, we did actually sell our old house and moved into here to basically halve our bills and finish renovating it and just have somewhere to live while we were kind of in and out of the country literally every month. So yeah, we did that, and obviously this was never going to be a permanent home. Like, I absolutely love it here. It is very close to like the coast, which is lovely in the summer, but we spend our life in Norwich, like in the city where we live. We're there all the time, all our friends are there, the gym is there, like our life is in Norwich. So for us here, it's like a 40-minute journey. It literally takes like 2 hours out of our day to go to the gym. So we wanted to find a place that was a lot closer to the city, but it still be a project. So yes, we have bought a new house. It's bigger than this one. I had a few questions about that. It's not going to be our forever home. It's definitely going to be a project again, but it's going to be a little bit of a bigger project than this one in terms of we want to extend. We want to completely renovate the house like we did with this, but obviously with the extension in there, it's going to be a massive job, but a project I'm very, very excited about. Obviously Brad is still not like working conventionally at the moment, so he is going to be pretty much heading up that will keep him very busy. He's going to be renovating the house from top to bottom. But I am excited about it because it's definitely less of a project in the sense of like, it's a newer house, it's still quite old, but not as old as this, and we are not concerned about like entire walls coming down when you take a bit of wallpaper off the wall. Like, this was probably the worst type of renovation we could have done. He was definitely like testing. I feel like we've seen it all from renovating this place, so there's like nothing that can shock us in this house. But yeah, I will obviously bring you guys along on that journey. We don't have the keys yet or anything. We are definitely still in the process of going through it all, but I am excited for that new journey. I feel like you guys, as much as you might question why I move a lot, I feel like everyone loves a moving vlog, so hopefully that is something you might want to see. Obviously I'll do a little renovation journey again. We're thinking of doing like a whole TikTok dedicated to it as well, and like document every single step, because we've been loving watching those videos and like getting ideas and seeing what it's really like. Because I feel like I had quite a lot of questions about renovating this place in terms of like cost and time and everything like that, or just like little DIY things. So I think if we do like a real-time TikTok, then it will keep you guys so much more up to date, real time, in the moment, and answer like questions that you might have and things like that. So yeah, that is the next chapter of our lives about to begin. Obviously around that we will be traveling here and there and like still living our best lives, but I'm excited to be closer to our friends, closer to the city, and starting another renovation project. I mean, we could finish this house and absolutely fall in love with it and want to stay there if it works for us, but we do have an idea in our head of where exactly we want to live, like forever, and buy a forever home. But you probably know by now we're not in any rush to settle down right now. I always get questions about babies and marriage and everything, and I'm just not in a rush. I'm 26. I have the most gorgeous babies in my life, thankfully, from all my friends. They are honestly enough in my world right now. Like, they make my world, but I just don't have that commitment in me right now to even get a dog, let alone have a child. So yeah, not in a rush, and that will obviously be something that hopefully we will be able to do in the future, because you never know. But yeah, for now we are moving around, renovating, borrowing Bonnie from mum and dad every now and then to fill the little dog void in our life, but we just can't commit to things like that when we are so busy, or keep ourselves so busy at the moment. I feel like I didn't entirely finish that conversation. So we bought a house, we are waiting to complete on that. We did have this house up for sale to see if we could sell it, because we didn't think that we would be able to afford both mortgages. But then we actually had a conversation with our mortgage advisor, and we came to the conclusion that we could afford to keep this on a buy-to-let mortgage and rent it out. So that is hopefully what is going to happen to this place, which I'm really happy about, because it means we get to keep like such a big project in our life. Like, this was the first house we ever renovated. Like I say, I literally love it here. I love the fact that we'll be able to keep hold of it, even if in the future we might like need to come back here, or if like our family and friends need a place to go. We'll always have this as like a bit of a safety net. So I feel very grateful that we have been able to kind of go down this route. But yeah, that is what is going to happen with this place. So we'll be landlords, which feels really like adulting on another level, and I don't really know how to feel about it. But yeah, the only thing I will say with like housing and stuff, because we do get quite a lot of questions, and to be perfectly honest, I probably know like 20% of the details that you need to know, but I would just recommend getting a mortgage advisor. Like, speak to someone. They honestly explain everything to a T. Like, you will come away from your first meeting understanding it a little bit more. I would just do some research yourself, and then like speak to a mortgage advisor on any questions you have, because you might be pleasantly surprised by like affordability and like the best way to go about things. I know the housing market at the moment is beyond a joke, like hence probably why we're buying renovation projects, because you obviously get them for a lot less. And yes, there's a lot of hard work that goes into that, but that's Brad's passion at the moment, and he is so excited to start a new project on a new house. So yeah, I hope that kind of clears up the house situation. I know it got all a bit confusing. That is basically what happened. We put it up for sale. It wasn't selling because of the market right now, and then we obviously found out we could rent it out, so that's now the route that we're going down. So to sum it up, we are moving again. We're going to be renovating another house whilst also living in it, and this will be our little rental for hopefully somebody else to make their home. There are lots of questions about my favourite gym wear, and I think I'm going to link some down below, because I do have some favourites. Like Adenola is always a go-to for me. Gymshark, can't beat them. Tala are also amazing. This little set is actually from them as well. I'm hoping when I post this video, yeah, these would have been released, so you can hopefully get your hands on these. But they just have like a graphic on the back. They are so cute, like so comfortable, but also their gym wear is 10 out of 10. Like, if you've tried them in the past, I actually didn't try them way back in the day because I wasn't hearing great things. And recently, like all their Skin Luxe stuff, I'm trying to think of the other ranges, but they have just like some really nice basics, like their leggings, their sports bras. Everything is 10 out of 10, especially if you are bigger busted. I find everything to be super supportive. So I'm gonna link Tala as well because they are definitely one of my favorite brands. Bow & Tea also do some really like cute gym stuff. I'm not as obsessed with how like flexible their stuff is. I do find that sometimes they just look a little bit cuter, but if that is your vibe, then they do have some really nice sports bras and bits on there. Your tan is always 10 out of 10. Do you fake tan or naturally tan? I naturally tan. I'm very, very lucky that my skin literally sees the sun and decides to warm up a bit, which I'm very thankful for. But yeah, in terms of like tanning products, I always use the Saint-Tropez stuff. So even like their aerosol SPFs, I find them to be really good because they're so easy to apply. And I use like an SPF 30 on my chest and my shoulders, 50 on my face, always. I actually loved being in America because they have SPF 100 and like plus, which is insane but so good for you. I have some of my favorite SPF 50s, like the Nivea one. I didn't add with them, but have repurchased that product. It is honestly so good, especially under makeup. And the La Roche-Posay one is another favorite I've used in the past. There's a brand called Hello Sunday, and I used their SPF 50 for a while. It was more like a serum, and that was really nice as well. So yeah, always 50 on the face, 30 on the chest and any other like sensitive areas, and then probably like 15 to 20 everywhere else once I have a base tan. And then on my legs, I always go for like a factor 8 oil. Again, when I am a bit more tan, so my skin is a little bit more protected. I don't want to promote like low SPFs because obviously you need to protect your skin, but that is how I get my tan. I'm obviously very careful and like always checking for moles and things like that and being careful with my skin. But I love the sun, I love having a tan. I cannot wait for summer. I keep looking back at old pics and being like, how was I that tanned? Like, where did it go? I always get questions about how I edit my pictures, and I did post a couple of stories like explaining the apps and like all the settings that I use, but please let me know if you want a video where I go into detail about how I edit things, like all my little videos and stuff, because it is super straightforward. I just feel like I get so many questions that it might be more useful for me to literally go through it with you guys like on my phone. But just in case you don't want a full video, I always use Visco, VSCO, as like my picture editing app. My favorite filter on there is M4, and then I like turn it down quite a lot, and then they have the grain filter on there so you can just like adjust that. And then Prequel I use for my videos. I use Tezza a lot for pictures and videos, and then I always edit my videos on Splice. I think you have to pay a subscription for pretty much all of them, but I think Visco is like £25 a year or something, and so worth it in my opinion. If you want like a fully dedicated video, then just let me know and we can do that. Do you want to travel more of America? 1,000,000%. We are already talking about doing a road trip again next year and doing like different states. We want to go to like Florida, New York. There's so many places that we want to tick off the list, so 1,000% we will be back in America probably the same time next year. How much was your USA trip in total? Really keen to do something similar. So I'll be completely transparent with you guys. It was a very expensive trip. We all had a budget for like the 4 of us, which I think in the end turned out to be around £8,000 each. So obviously it seems like a massive budget, but you got to think like we rented an RV for a week. We were traveling around for that whole week, like eating out or getting food in. The flights out there, the festival tickets, that was included in the price. Any cars that we rented out there, fuel, like Universal we went to, that was $200 each in itself. It is very expensive, but I also feel like you can do it on a budget if you want to. You can obviously also spend so much more money if you want to. It just depends, I guess, what you're doing when you're out there. So yeah, I think we probably went over budget considering we went out for like really nice meals. Obviously we had the big wedding in Vegas, we weren't gonna hold back on that, so it was quite expensive, but so worth it. Saving up for a trip like that, you would never ever be disappointed in spending the money that you have. Like the memories we have, everything we got to do there, I have no regrets basically. Mykonos recommendations. I would love to go back here this summer. I really want to take Brad in September because it was possibly my favorite holiday ever. Like that island is a dream. Everything is like stunning. It is kind of expensive, but I feel like you have to expect that. Like it is Mykonos. All the food, like the people there, everyone's so friendly. It's just the most chilled place I've ever been to, and I really liked it for that. Like it was such a chilled holiday, but there is still so much to do. The beaches were gorgeous. I would say if you do go there, If you want like a really bougie dinner, we went to Buddha Bar, which was really nice. The food was amazing. The vibe in there was really cool as well. Like there was the most random music playing, like they were all classic, like there was ABBA songs on at one point, but we actually kind of loved it. Like we all got quite drunk and the music was 10 out of 10. But the setting and everything, like the restaurant is just in the most amazing spot. So definitely there. We stayed in a place that I will put on screen. I can't remember what the town was called, but the beach there, Ornos I think actually. Yeah, it was Ornos Beach, and we stayed at the Omnia Suites. And especially if you're going with the girls, like we managed to book one room for all 4 of us, and I think it cost us like £600 each or something for the week with breakfast included, so you can get some really good deals. But the hotel was amazing. Like the pool was really nice, the food there was good, the beach was literally a 2-minute walk away where there was loads of restaurants and like loads of sunbeds that you could rent. So definitely recommend that hotel and that side of Mykonos. Like it was super easy to get everywhere and stuff. We went to the Pasha Beach Club as well, which was in the middle of nowhere, but the food there, I could dream about that every single day of my life. Like it was unbelievable food, so I recommend that as well. There's not like a pool or anything, it is more like a little lunch spot. I reckon it's probably really nice in the evening because they obviously have like a DJ and stuff, but we took our towels and just like chilled on the beds all day. I would recommend, not to South Club, but I will link my Mykonos blog down below because that has all the places that we went to in there and like linked in the description, so I will link that for you in case it's useful. Literally anywhere you go, like especially in the old town, all of the restaurants will be super cute and like really nice to go to. Can you do a wedding guest outfit reel? I definitely can. I actually need to do this for my own sake because like I said, Amelia's getting married this year and I am so stuck on what to wear. Like I literally have no idea. I might do one for like summertime wedding, so I'll do that soon, and then towards the end of the year we can do some more because obviously people get married all year round and we all need a cute outfit, so I can definitely do something like that. I really want to get more into reels. I'm kind of loving like reels and TikTok at the moment, especially just for like little hauls. I love short form content myself. I obviously love long form content as well, like YouTube videos. You guys know I watch YouTube instead of TV. I don't watch movies. Like YouTube is my life. So I love all types of content, but I'm definitely enjoying like TikTok and reels and stuff like that, so I want to get into them more. I'm just seeing if there are any more house related questions on the other story that I posted. Someone said, how come you're always moving? Do you think your next house you'll stay in for a while? So I feel like I kind of covered this, but we lived in London, we moved back home, and then we rented for a little while, and then we bought our first house. So technically we bought our first house and then we sold that and moved here, and now we're moving again. So I guess it is quite a lot, but there has always been a reason, and I've kind of covered those reasons. I think we'll be there for a little while, like a few years, but like I said before, it's not going to be our forever home. Are you going to be staying in the Norwich area? Yes, so we are going to be way closer to the city, which will be literally perfect for us. Would you ever move abroad? I've always said no because of my family and friends. I literally couldn't do it. As much as I'd love to for like the weather. We've always said if there was one place we could both agree on abroad that we would live, it would be Lisbon. I just love it there. Like the weather's amazing, all the shops, the restaurants, honestly my favorite place to go. Okay, I feel like I've kind of covered everything. This was probably quite like a random update now I think about it, but I'm hoping it has explained a couple things. Like hopefully you're not as confused anymore. I can obviously bring you guys along at real time now. There will be lots more vlogs coming, just like generic day in the lives, the things that we all love. I miss that old school YouTube content, but I will bring it back, I promise. I will start doing like some gym vlogs as well because I have been asked about that. We can have more chats, do more Q&As, keep up to date a lot more. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're new, or if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. I love you all a lot, and hopefully I'll speak to you very soon. Bye guys.